What is going on, everybody on the internet? Welcome to episode 52 here on the Summit. This is the podcast where we share with you all of the latest and greatest gaming, anime, and pop culture news, saving you all the time of finding it yourself. If you listen to this, don't forget that you can always find us in our Discord server over at discord.gg/the summit. If that's not enough and you want to find us on our social media, you can always check out the links in the description below. While you're at it, go ahead and drop us a 5-star rating on your favorite platform and share the podcast with a friend, because the support really helps us reach more listeners and gain more traction for this show. Bringing you for today's episode, I'm your host, your boy Ashy, and with me are my co-hosts who make this entire show possible. We're going to go ahead and start off with Rain, since he has something to say and I cut him off, aka CJ. How you doing today?
I'm chilling. I ain't really had nothing to say. I said I'm playing that game that just launched, PlayStation Plus.
Yeah. Oh, right now?
Yeah, that's what I'm
As we speak?
As we record this episode, I'm engaged with it.
Well, for us broke bums, I don't have it yet because it releases in like a few days. And I'm munching off of our next co-host, Razor SJS, because I'm using his PlayStation account to get all those games. Razor, what you got to say?
Man, I'm glad you explained that too. You doing that a lot today. But hey, what's going on, people? Glad to be here. You know, happy to be back in the virtual saddle. I didn't want to say couch. I'm not gonna make an ashy statement, you know. But you get the message though.
Casting.
You see what I mean?
Oh.
You see what I mean? He's catching on.
Like
folks.
a casting couch?
He's catching on. It's happening. He'll get there in a minute. But hey, back to you though.
Oh, back to me. Okay, and our next co-host. Sorry, I had a Striker moment. Striker, go ahead and speak your piece. That reminded me to bring you in.
Damn, that's crazy. So that means you had a smart, intelligent moment where you actually put together a collective thought and was able to put out and formulate a response.
Hey, shut up, nigga. Shut up, nigga. Give your intro. Get the fuck out of here.
That's crazy. You gonna cut me out? God, you know what? Fuck this. I don't want to be here.
Yo, you should do that more often, High Roller. That's some golden shit.
That was great.
Hey, bring in the GOAT, bro.
You didn't know that was. Hey, introducing the GOAT, High Roller himself, Mr. Shutdown Striker. Go ahead and speak your piece, man.
Thank you.
I'm
I'm sorry, Striker. You didn't deserve that. I actually had to work hard these last couple weeks at work, so I'm a little angry. So hope you all have a wonderful day.
And you know what? We got a special guest here, against his will. Ball Celtic Pride 08. You want to tell us the origin of your name, your alias?
I mean, you know, Celtics fan, been a Celtics fan. Fuck the Heat, fuck the Magic.
Ooh, that was so disrespectful. We didn't have to do that.
Hey, man.
I apologize. But, been a Celtics fan my whole life, so just made that my gamer tag.
What's the 08 for? Is it since 2008?
No, when I made my gamer tag, the last time the Celtics won the championship was in 08.
Oh, okay.
Bot lobby.
Kevin Garnett. John Rondo, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce.
You know what I'm saying? Paul Pierce.
Fuck them bums. Hey, I mean, I appreciate a couple of them niggas.
Oh, we appreciate you joining us on today's episode. Let's see. We got a lot to discuss today. We got some EA layoffs. We should have had Cheese Cubes in here since he works for EA. Maybe he would have some insight on that. We gotta interview him since he works at EA. No NDAs either. We got some new releases and we got some Last of Us spoilers. Actually, Celtic, have you caught up on The Last of Us, the show? You played the game, so I mean you already know what's gonna happen, but
yeah, I haven't watched this most recent episode.
Season. Okay. Oh, just the episode?
Yeah,
but
just
you saw
the last episode.
Okay, just the last episode. So you pretty much caught up then. Okay, cool. So there's like 3 of us that can talk about it. Cool. All right. Well, we got somewhat of a packed episode for y'all today. We're going to go ahead and start off with some new releases that's currently released right now. We got the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remaster. I guess that dropped on a surprise, right? Or am I wrong? I've been out of touch with the game world.
It came out of nowhere for the most part.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
When did the original game come out?
Back in
damn.
06, yeah.
But I don't think it was a complete surprise. They said they had something coming. They just didn't tell us what.
There you go.
I mean, there have been leaks for a few months that it was coming out around this time. And
I
just the
don't
leaks
think it
were
was
right.
like that. Yeah. They usually are.
And is Elder Scrolls 6 still coming?
Oh, I think. I mean,
might be in
eventually.
my 30s by then.
Yeah.
Ain't too long.
Some people are
In
suspecting that
about
they
3
did
years.
this remaster as like a reason to see what people like a it's like kind of like a test to see what people react positively and negatively to like decide what they want in 6. But that's just a rumor. That just
Yeah, I definitely agree with that because I don't know if you noticed, but they kind of did like this double engine thing. Like they kind of ran like most of the stuff off of their old creation engine, but they ran all the graphics through Unreal Engine 5. So like everything wasn't remastered in Unreal Engine 5, just the graphics really. Which is
Okay,
kind of
yeah, because
cool.
I was
So
gonna ask, was it more of a remake or a remaster? Because I haven't seen those.
just a remaster.
yeah, it's just a remaster.
So does it look much better or just kind of like
Oh
touch up?
yes, bro. Do you
It
remember
looks a
how
lot
games
better.
looked in 06?
Yeah,
Boy,
that's what I'm
we still
picturing.
had
Like,
some
oh god,
blocks.
It looks better, but
That's-
it's still the same buggy game that it used to be. You can still do like all the glitches are still there. The voice lines that were fucked up are still there. You know,
is that done on
a
purpose?
visual.
Yes,
I mean,
it
it's
was
just a visual overhaul.
Yeah,
Okay.
it actually was
Okay.
done on purpose. Like Burgess, the company who ported it and did it, said that their goal was to keep all the glitches in so the game felt the way it did back then for
Yeah, I
everyone,
was
was
gonna
just
say,
better
yeah.
graphics
Back
because
then, if the game
a
had
lot of those
bad
glitches is what
glitches,
people
you
like.
just used them.
Everybody played the original.
I
I
definitely have.
did.
Okay. Yeah, because I know Razor, you're a big Elder Scrolls fan, right?
Well, this was my first Elder Scrolls game, actually.
Same.
Yeah.
Did you
So
get the remaster?
yeah, I got
Oh,
it.
shit. Yeah,
Got that
nice.
shit
What
on
was it
Game
priced
Pass.
at?
It's like 50.
Free on Game Pass. You can play that bitch on your PC.
Mm.
Good
Exactly.
plug. Good plug.
You
You
know?
know. That's what's
And
up.
I answered the question.
There it is. Okay. Is it long though? Is it still same length or so the
Oh,
same exact game, just a skin overall?
yes.
Yeah, and then except
Minor
this time,
changes.
the base game of it includes like all the old DLCs from years ago. It's just
Oh,
all
shit.
together in that one game.
Oh,
So like they redid everything.
That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Well, have y'all heard about, since we talking about that, then, since that kind of dropped out of nowhere, this Expedition 33? What's that about? I've been hearing some great things about it. Apparently it's like a turn-based role playing game.
Yeah, and it was pretty cool. Like I haven't played it, but I watched some gameplay of it, and I saw how they did the combat with it because it's a little different with the turn based. Like you have an option to like hit certain keys to time certain stuff to get your attacks in, or even parry the enemy. So it's not like it's the enemy's turn, and then you might randomly dodge the attack or whatever. You actually have a chance to press a button to do that, or whatever against the enemies.
And apparently, what Charlie Cox, he's the voice actor for the main character, the Daredevil.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, he is.
That's pretty fucking cool. I had no idea about this game. I saw somebody tweet that on Twitter, and they're like, "Oh, this is his first time voice acting a video game," and then it like blew up out of nowhere. I haven't even seen gameplay of the. Well, I've seen gameplay of the game. I just haven't read much on it. But apparently, it's sitting at like a 96%.
People are calling it Game of the Year.
I know. I've actually been seeing that, to be honest.
Oh, fuck.
And it's on Game Pass.
Is it?
You can get it on PC. Yep. Another one.
Another gem. But yeah, it's getting very good response from the community. It's out right now. Guess it came out literally like a few days ago on April 24th. So that's good to know that it's on Game Pass, available to play. But it is also on every other console, it looks like. I do want to I kind of want to get into no. Borderlands had a state of play, or a kind of like a little, like a state of play, whatever. Borderlands 4 had a state of play when they announced some somewhat new things, I guess. I don't know much about Borderlands, but correct me if I'm wrong, Rain. Got some Vault Hunter skills, got a new planet they highlighted, and some more things, I guess. I guess we got some gameplay revealed at the little state of play. You said it was like 18 minutes long, right?
Yeah, they showed off the new planet that's like they're gonna be in the main story, and then 2 of the new 4 Vault Hunters that they showcase them and their abilities. Like the siren and basically like the soldier-like character, because trademark every Borderlands game has a siren, a soldier-like character, and then an assassin-like character and something else. But,
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they showcased 2 of them.
And the release date was sometime in September, right?
September 12th.
September 12th. Means we're getting a GTA a little bit after that. Y'all don't believe it. I believe it.
Summer 2026.
Damn. That's
Hey,
a big ass push.
plug. You heard it here first.
I think we're gonna see a late October, early November release for GTA, but that's just my personal opinion. People don't believe it, I believe it. But besides that, we do have some Assassin's Creed updates. Not EA. Ubisoft has said that they have plans to deliver free updates that expand on the story, adding things like New Game Plus, higher difficulties, and some quality of life improvements. This includes some increased level caps for both yourself and the enemies, of course. We got new regions coming in the paid expansion, so there's going to be both free DLC and paid DLCs. The upcoming paid DLC, which is included for everybody who pre-ordered, is called the Claws of Awaji. Probably butchered that, but it's going to introduce a new region. It's going to extend the narrative up to about 10 hours of extra content, and so I don't have an exact date on when that's released, but that should be coming soon for everybody that's playing Assassin's Creed. But it shouldn't matter because Steam revealed that only 8% of players have beaten the game. So I don't think that really matters to anybody, in my opinion. Mr. Free, welcome to the podcast. How you doing? All right, he ain't got shit to say. Cool, I'm gonna continue. We got some layoffs over there at EA. Have y'all heard about the layoffs? Rain has, because he dropped a link earlier.
Yeah, they stopped development of that new Titanfall.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Was anybody really even waiting on that Titanfall?
Not really.
Okay, just making sure.
Maybe.
Are you a
I
Titanfall
fuck with
fan?
Titanfall.
I did enjoy Titanfall.
I like the first one.
Titanfall, Titanfall changed up FPSs, like the movement
It did.
style and everything.
Yeah, that
It
was
did.
long
It really
running and
did.
shit.
Yeah,
Grappling hooks,
that's where Advanced Warfare got its shit from, right?
fucking smart pistols.
Apex Legends, it's like you know
I
how
think Apex
Walmart
did
got a
come from
Walmart brand, and then there's Sam's Club. Like some of the characters came from Titanfall, but Titanfall is like very.
I think Apex is in the
Apex
Titanfall
Legends is its
universe.
own thing. It's
in that
its
universe,
own
right?
thing. It's its own thing.
It says it's in the Titanfall universe.
It's its own thing. I'm trying to tell you, the lore behind all the characters and all that has nothing to do with the Titanfall storyline. I played both Titanfalls.
But it says they're set in the same universe.
I'm trying to tell you, they don't connect
but
or
he's
interleave at all, bro. They're like
he's
Hammond
saying they in the
Industries.
same.
Yes, they're okay. No,
Oh, so you're saying they're in the same universe, but they don't connect.
at all. It's two
Gotcha.
parallel lines.
Okay. Is that why Apex took off harder?
Apex didn't take all hard though.
It didn't? Ain't it still going strong?
I
At its
mean,
time.
all battle royales are still kind of going strong. They got niche fan bases, just like Fortnite, just like Warzone. You know, name a battle royale that's not popping. PUBG still got players.
That one Naraka Blade Point.
Niggas still play that because they love NetEase.
Yeah, I mean, all 100 of them play it, I guess.
Yeah, every now and then I hop on that game and play a little bit.
Shut the fuck up. I ain't never seen you hop on no type of... You talking about Blade Point? I ain't ever seen you boot up that game. What was you talking about? I believe that you have. Just like we did boot up Fragpunk, but none of y'all play it.
No, me and
Strucker
played it every day for like a couple of weeks. About maybe 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah, and that was it.
What are we supposed to do? Play it every day for 6 months?
That's y'all do CS? Yeah, hop on it.
You got a point.
Oh,
yeah, bro. Damn.
I hop on that. Shut the fuck up.
I said I used to, nigga.
I'll play that game. Don't be playing that
hating?
game.
That's why
I ain't never seen none of y'all hop on no Naraka Blade Point. No,
that's why I said niggas, man. There's niggas out there that play that shit, man.
They gotta be out there, right?
We found them apparently.
You found him.
We found all 2 of them. Striker and Eye Rollers. Two niggas in the lobby months ago.
Chasing jump around on that big ass map.
Hey man, which is why I said used to, nigga. Context clues. Listen to the whole sentence.
Nah, sorry, that sparked up a little bit of passion in me because Striker made me download Fragpoint. He ain't never hopped on that bitch again, bro.
Oh shit.
Mm.
He ain't touched that motherfucker. He ain't even here at the mic right now.
But you know it's kind of your fault, bro, for putting any type of stock in what Striker say.
That's
bro.
very true. That's very true.
That to yourself, bro.
That's very true. I did that to myself.
Yeah.
But EA, back to EA, they laid off 300 to 400 people today. 100 of those jobs, or 300 to 400 jobs. So 100 of those jobs were removed at Respawn actually, and that is that's bothering me because Respawn is responsible for the Star Wars projects, which I love, and I don't know if that's gonna have an impact on the third entry of the series or not. So I guess we're gonna
More
find
than
out.
likely it won't, because Respawn works on like Titanfall, all that shit. So it's probably specifically the Titanfall part of Respawn.
Just the Titanfall part of Respawn. Okay,
That
makes
more
sense.
than likely.
Well, I hope they don't touch Star
EA
Wars.
is pretty big, so
Big as shit. That is true.
I think that's kind of the reason why they're not as popping as they used to be. They're just too big to really focus on specific IP and just put any love and care in it, bro.
But that's why you try to
Yeah.
get those smaller studios, though. You know what I mean? Like Respawn was a smaller studio.
And they fried Titanfall.
Battle Dice or whatever.
Yeah.
But did they purchase them and pull them into their umbrella, or how did that work? Because was EA over Destiny for a little bit, or was that Activision?
Nah,
That was
Activision.
But same type of theory though, right? Like big bank takes little bank, and then when little bank doesn't put out the same type of content with the highest quality, then they get rid of them. Like it's kind of whack, yo.
I mean,
Yeah.
need to put out. Need to put out, man. That's why Sony getting rid of niggas at Bungie right now.
Jobs on the line every second. Sweating.
Shake something.
Man. Shake
I wonder
something.
if those studios, in hindsight, would go back in time and say, you know what, we're not joining these big studios because it's only going to lead to our death, yo.
I mean, yeah, you would think so, right? Because Bungie ended up being able to buy themselves from Activision, and that's how they ended up getting bought by fucking Sony. Like, that was the stupidest thing. They complained about being owned by Activision and them having so much oversight in their shit and fucking up their narrative, and then they went and got fucking, Blue Weenie. Makes no sense.
So it's almost like they just jumped from one slave ship to the other.
Hell yeah, because they had like 2 months of freedom.
It was like, we can't do this, guys. It's Stockholm syndrome, yo. It's Stockholm syndrome. You fall in love with your captor, yo. So they had to find somebody else to give her those tender, sweet hugs, yo.
I just think it's easier to put the blame on like a higher corporation. If you fucking up, you could be like, "Oh, it's the publisher's fault. They wanted us to do it this way."
I do hear that a lot from certain developers in this Discord.
I mean,
As a government, niggas might be cooking real soon. Too.
Are any of these developers employed? And do they have long? Do they have
debatable? Debatable. All right. Yeah, High Roller keeps the job. Yeah, High Roller, you went. What was as long as you went? Like a month without a job?
Yeah, about a month.
But you had like hella savings, so that's good.
Yeah, and that one was by my own choice. I started to quit that one.
Oh, well, see, yeah, there you go.
Why did you make that choice, bro? Like, was it the stranglehold of the company, or what? Like, what said?
Just straight up disrespect, like to your face and shit. Like for example, like imagine like working overtime, like you in the office, it's 10 p.m. You lock the fuck in for this deadline, and you get your work at the question to your face to the CEO, like you in that bitch at 10 p.m. at night.
Oh damn!
And then imagine one day during like some crazy hours time, but you need to step away because for some family reasons or whatever. And you tell the CEO that, and this nigga gonna do the quotation with the fingers talking about, are you gonna need family time tomorrow when we need you?
Damn.
Wow. Yeah,
That's
that's mad disrespectful, bro.
Yeah, shit like that.
I would have
Yeah.
hit his ass with that. Yeah, probably. I'm preparing for a funeral. If that's cool, you gotta guilt trip them niggas, bro. Fuck their life up.
Free would have sued
Moral,
him.
take the moral high ground, bro. And just like
That,
that, when
that wasn't
they
a
try to
moral
make
high
it up to you, hey, nah, yeah, because he gonna feel bad because he's like, damn, what if something is going on in his life, right? You know what I mean? And then once he feel bad, you be like, yeah, well, fuck you. You
Fuck
don't
you.
even give a 2-week notice.
I mean, like,
Serious.
in my email when I quit, that's kind of what I said, but in a professional way. Fuck you.
Exactly.
The
It's
professional
not.
fuck
It's
yous
not
be
the
worse.
company. It's the management. I definitely send that and make sure I CC his supervisor so he can't fucking.
Oh
cannot
nah,
quit.
bro. It wasn't even no one that. It was literally the CEO, nigga. Like
Oh
it was
shit.
Oh,
that
Yeah,
bad. Like the co-founders, it was them niggas.
nasty.
And that's why in my email I told them niggas this is why your turnover rate like the way it is. Treat people
no,
better.
that's a fact.
Mm.
But it's
This is why shit not
lack
getting
of
done.
lack of appreciation. I can understand that, bro. You know, there used to be a study out that it takes more time, money, and effort to bring in a new person than it does to just keep that one employee happy and productive. But it's
Crazy.
I
almost
believe that.
like
They
they
forgot.
they lost the memo, bro. But you know what? This probably also lends a reason to why so many companies are ending up ass up, face down. Because
They lose good
when you
people.
have high turnover, those skills, those
Mm-hmm.
that you pick up over time, they go with that person, and then you have to start over fresh with a new blank slate because they don't understand the historical nature of how you do things. They don't understand your culture. They don't understand how you operate, every person in their group's idiosyncrasies. So that just leads to more and more inefficiencies. And as you know, timelines for games now are getting tighter, but it also takes a lot longer to make games because they're so damn complex now. So it's almost like you have talent pool going one way, but the needs of the position going the other way.
Games.
You know what I mean?
Ass. 3 weeks.
That's exactly what was happening at that job I quit too, because he'd be mad as hell at me because a certain task wasn't done in a certain amount of time. They'd ask me like, hey, how long does it take you to do this? And I'll be like, okay, this will take me 2 weeks or whatever. And this nigga be like, and this nigga will tell the client that, oh, we'll have it done in 2 days.
Oh my
wow.
god.
And nigga,
And
what?
then be mad why it's not done. And then I argue with me about something he don't know how to do.
That's
About
impressive.
he used to be in my face talk about it's easy. Why does it take you this long? He used to
So
get
why
mad
don't
as
you do
hell.
it in 2 days?
I used to try the hell out of him, bro. Like once I stopped caring about that job when I knew I was gonna quit, I always told that man when he said that easy stuff, I was like, oh yeah, if it's easy, mind helping me out then? I'm struggling. You know what this mean right here, right? Nigga
Yeah.
walk away after.
You just walk away on your ass.
Oh
They
my
didn't even
god.
try to look at you, bro. That's kind of disrespectful, yo.
He knew damn well he didn't know how
They
to do
put
that
a
shit.
gorilla in this motherfucker in this level 100.
A level 100
shit.
gorilla? Yo, bro, strap up. It's time for us to roll out,
Well,
bro.
that means
Mark?
100.
Oh, it's got a
level
baby.
100.
I'm about to steal this nigga's kid.
I'll
Never mind.
nominate Ashley to be on the front lines.
Don't worry.
Well, I don't
He's
have a
fucking
game
kid.
yet. We talking about Ark?
Yes,
he ran
bro.
up on me. He won it.
Oh, okay. Oh, speaking of Ark, that comes to PlayStation. Games of the month: Ark Survival, Ascendant, Balatro, and Warhammer 40,000 Bolt Gun comes for the May games of the month. So, I guess I'll be hopping on Ark. Fuck it. What is that? What does Ark consist of?
Man,
It
I feel
consists
like
of
playing
giving
Minecraft
up
with
your
dinosaurs?
soul.
somebody like that.
The Minecraft of dinosaurs. Could be.
That's no.
No.
Ark is not the Minecraft of dinosaurs. That is underselling it.
I'm gonna let
Okay.
niggas think what they
Ark
want.
is the game
Oh,
that
God.
dislike humanity, you jump on it and you prove how much you dislike humanity.
What's that mean?
Ark is the game that when you decide to be toxic, this is like your college training.
Oh God.
Masters. You will never understand what type of game Ark is until you wake up after weeks of grinding and you hop on and your entire base is gone. And you don't even know your base is gone. Let me tell you how you know your base is gone. You're going to see a red text above your fucking respawn that says you died. And you're like,
we ain't got no beds. No beds.
That's why I stopped playing Rust.
Nowhere to respawn. Where's home?
Damn, bro, what happened to the... Damn, I gotta... Wait a minute, is this the right character I'm on?
On the wrong server.
It's crazy, and in games like that too, like Rust and all that stuff, like niggas is real patient too. Them niggas will wait until 4 a.m. and be in a whole different country.
12 hours.
Wait for you to go to sleep. As soon as they notice you ain't logged on no more, them niggas is raiding your shit.
Like that?
We put niggas on.
Is that deep?
Yeah.
That deep.
Bro.
You getting hit 3 a.m. We texting your phone. Yo, wake the fuck up. Niggas outside.
Bro, what happened to me on Rust one time, bro? I had killed some nigga and took that shit, and apparently it's from a clan. A clan is typically like a group of like 20, 30 niggas, and them niggas kept my base with AKs until the rest of them built rockets and all that shit so they could come raid me, and I couldn't even leave my base because they all just surrounded it as they built their rockets.
Yeah,
it's ancient to your
for
shit.
5 hours. I couldn't leave my base. As soon as I opened that door, 5 shots.
Mm-hmm.
That's all she wrote. Yeah.
That sounds awful.
I'm gonna tell you my penultimate Ark story, yo.
Oh,
the Discord. Discord is the devil. That's why it starts with D, just like the devil, yo. I look into my joint, yo, free, we getting raided. I'm at my grandma's funeral, bro.
Oh
my
shit!
God. Ain't no way.
Bro, we've been at it for like 18 hours. Like, what you mean, bro? What you mean? They're like, yo, bro, there's like 3 different clans raiding us, yo. But we holding it down. So, bro, I'm like, yo, nah, bro, I can't let my boys go out like that, bro. So I used to have my Xbox, bro. I had a laptop with the hotel internet LAN connection. I tried to connect. I crashed the entire server, bro. I was like, well, thank you, GG. That's divine intervention, nigga. But you know what? We didn't get raided that day.
Shit, you one last time. I got you.
Last time I got you, baby. Fuck him.
He said a granny funeral. We getting ready. Get your ass over here.
Get over here.
But honestly, like to be honest, that's why we don't do like regular servers no more on Ark, because it is a lot, bro. It is a lot. It gets crazy. But
you think if you would have just explained to the clans that you was at a funeral, they would have.
Some niggas would have been like, yes.
That shit would
like, damn.
Man, that would have got so disrespectful. Bro.
Looks like you lost 2 things today.
Yeah, them niggas would have went harder.
I'm telling you, you ain't seen the level of evil in the games like that.
Bro, niggas rated up on Emancipation, yo.
Every holiday, niggas was outside waiting.
What's the name of the clan, bro? Oh my God.
Altered.
What was the name of it? Altered. Bro, I don't know what it is, but these guys follow us around to every server we're on damn near, bro. There's always an Altered clan everywhere, bro. We've been beefing with this clan for at least 5 years now, bro.
Damn.
Out of nowhere, you just see you, bro. We will join a random ass server. Next thing you know, Altered. Where the fuck are you going? Bro, everybody, there's no way that there's so many different names and everybody's choosing altered, bro. Like it can't be.
Well, y'all niggas had to be streaming or something. They were sniping y'all.
You snipe.
Bro, let me tell you how bad it gets. When you're playing Ark, you offline. You're offline. You're a shadow. That's how I know when we got a server. Like, yo, bro, I don't see nobody online. Yo, bro, drop the cords, yo. Where we at? Where we built up at, yo? Let me in this motherfucker, yo. Were we raising stegos? We raising some stegos?
This shit sound kind of fun though. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, bro. When you in
think so?
Honestly, it is fun.
Till you lose everything.
Till you lose everything. But I will tell you, that gives you the fire to play again because you got to get your get back, yo.
In blood.
You got to get it back. Unless you're just busy as shit, like how, niggas is old now. I can't even lie. Niggas got to give blood now because, niggas don't got time. We got work in the morning, Like, how important is this fucking blueprint, bro? Like, do we really? But it's war though. It's war. You gotta have backup strategies, backup bases, backup tactics. You know what I mean? It's like a big game of rock paper scissors on top of a tower defense. That's the best way to put it, bro.
That's interesting.
It is because if you get raided by a stego, you're gonna need a net gun. But if you want a net gun, then you're gonna need a sword to chop you out of the net because you don't want to stay netted up, right? Or if you're on a flyer and you're flying around on a Pteranodon or Argentavis, those are like big birds that you can move around the map quickly on, and you get picked. You want to either have a parachute or a grapple gun so that you can get out of the picks because diggers like to pick you up and take you into the auto turrets. Auto turrets is like big ass guns that shoot everything around that's not friendly, So it's just a lot of shit, bro. It's a lot of trial and error. You know what I mean? But it's so deep of a game that you can really it's like war tactics, bro, with dinosaurs. So I'm really passionate about it, as you can see. I didn't realize.
When the last time you was on it?
Huh?
When the last time you were on it?
Couple months, 4 or 5 months of peace and bliss.
Yeah, that nigga dodging me.
Peace and bliss.
Bro, if you look at my gamer tag and look up Ark on my gamer tag, and you understand why I need to take a break from that shit, bro.
Nigga don't need no break. You need to go back in. It's trial by fire around here.
I didn't see that. It got how many hours? It got in Rust.
Oh, God.
Ark. Well, I got some hours in Rust now.
I meant to say Ark.
I don't put some respect on my name, Hyro.
This man, you look at that shit. It's still gonna say 5 years worth of hours.
It probably do, bro. I bullshit you not. It probably do. There's at least 365 days in that shit. They stopped using hours for my ass on that game. I know that. Gotta put some respect on my shit, bro. I got days on that motherfucker, yo. Pendant raising little babies to later get chopped up by somebody's turrets.
Striker, are you here?
Oh my God.
Striker, what's up?
Oh, that's what that is.
Hey, man.
Yeah, you played Rush, right? You ain't got no input, or not Rush? My bad. Ark.
Oh, you go ahead, Striker. Give them your Ark input, bro.
Nah, I ain't play Ark.
You never played Ark?
All right, so when I told y'all there's like a rock, paper, scissors aspect to the game.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So certain people who have very long commutes, not naming no names, so I know they're gonna get sensitive about it. They thought that a pigeon could take on a gorilla.
Oh man.
Nigga, what?
Oh shit. How'd that work
Was
out?
it like some kind of super pigeon or something?
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely.
It was before balances of the game, and the game was sitting at a very stale state. There wasn't really much of a challenge. We was running around and packs taking out T-Rexes. But mind you, they won't tell you this information because these niggas just want you to believe whatever the fuck they want you to believe.
No.
That's perfectly fine, you know.
He
I'll let them go
Striker
ahead.
said it's fake news. He said
Hey, that
people
man-
click on his story.
Couldn't
CNN,
he
yo.
speak his piece and not look at him? Not look at him.
He said, false headlines.
All right, here's the story.
Defamation.
Here's the information.
I'm
that needs
suing. Absolutely.
So, remember, all right, there's an aspect of the game where you breed dinosaurs and you kind of breed them up and they get better stats based on mutations, and you just keep breeding until something changes within their stats, right? We didn't even get to that part of this game yet, bro, to be perfectly honest with you. But somebody bred 2 average ass dinosaurs and thought
You gonna disrespect Ho like that? That's crazy. You wow.
I mean, bro, did the birds have any mutations?
It was a legendary bird. Ho. I just said it.
Oh no.
Nah, that shit got put in the hole.
How many Pokemon fans we got in this motherfucking?
About 2. I damn straight.
Hell no.
At the same time, yo. So he took the 2 birds, and I guess in his mind they were legendary. And then one of the biggest, baddest dinosaurs in the game, called the Giga.
Yeah, they know
Art
what from them niggas
what
in
a
Jurassic Park. The Indominus Rex, basically.
The Indominus Rex. Like,
Yeah.
see how it walks around just clapping everything in Jurassic Park?
Mhm.
That's what that dinosaur does in Ark, and you can tame him. But before you tame him, he is like badass, bad temper, kill everything on sight. You see him turn away, go that way, right?
They nerf it after you tame it. That's how crazy this shit is.
Shit.
And they have to bring it back down to normal. But it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It gives you bleed damage. Like it's bad, bro. Just bad. So I didn't see what happened, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was on the mic and I heard what happened.
Nigga touched water. Fell off that motherfucker.
Even before we get there, we have a friend named Rico that started Ark with us way back. Like, Striker, don't do that, Striker. And I'm hearing this shit in the mic, and I'm like, "Yo, Striker, what you about to do, bro?" Oh, you gonna see?
Gonna see that red fucking text.
I'm telling you, this bird can take it. I'm like, okay, you sure about that, bro? Like, we all kind of new to the game, right? But we can tell that, big thing versus little thing don't really work out very well in this game, bro. It's very easy concept that in our little time playing, we can figure that out. This thing done murdered people, entire tribes, bro. Bloodlines of animals gone just by accident because he walked into that shit by accident, bro. Just clapping shit.
Man, long story short, it was a close fight. I ain't gonna lie. The Giga won, but it was a close fight. Like he had to go back to heal.
Close as hell.
It was so close, bro. It was so close. The only thing I heard was, shit. Damn. And I hear Rico say, Striker, I told you don't do that.
Do that shit.
This fucking guy, Striker. Like,
Oh shit! Yeah.
your tribe mate Striker has been clapped for being a fucking idiot. Yo.
No, that's cat though.
Rico, whistle the bird. Whistle the bird, Rico.
No, because his brother KJ would have told you the truth. He was damn near dead, yo.
Hey man, he was not about to kill that Giga, bro.
Bro, you were nowhere near that shit, bro. Like, let's be real, bro. Yo, that shit saw chicken nuggets on the menu, nigga. That was it.
Them shits got over 40k health, bro. He was doing less than 1,000 damage a hit. That fight was good.
Bro. You got it next time, bro. Do it again.
Bro, remember, we were on official. Less than 1,000. Bro, he was doing like 200 maybe, if that.
I'm being nice.
I'm not. No.
Striker, hearing all this, would you recommend us to download Arc?
Hell no. Save your time and money.
Save your time.
He recommended
It's
you to
free.
download Fragpunk though. Think about that.
That is
It's
true.
free.
That shit with
Well, hold
Arc
on,
is
but
free.
actually, did you have fun?
I had fun for the 2 days
All right,
you
there you
played,
go.
and you abandoned me.
Hold on, what you mean I abandoned you?
You know what I mean?
You start showing up.
You're not getting abandoned in Arc, bruh.
That's
We
crazy.
need niggas to breathe bullets.
You gonna get abandoned, Ashley, because this is what's gonna happen, Ashley. You gonna get in there, right? Y'all gonna find a
Oh,
dedicated
man.
server. Y'all gonna get offline one day.
Here
Free's
comes
gonna
the
get in his
berry runner.
feelings. Ashley's gonna, or not Ashley. Rain's gonna come back, try to protect and save everybody. Then Free and Rain will go get into a fight. He gonna call Free a bitch and a pussy because he running away. Free's gonna be like, I'm in my fields. He ain't gonna show back up for about a week, and you gonna be tooling your thumb figuring out what the fuck to do next. Ashley, I promise you, just save your time, bro. You don't want that headache.
We adults now. We don't do shit like that no more.
Nah, me and Ray ain't gonna argue. We're gonna argue. I'm gonna be like, hey, Ray, you need help with that tower? You're gonna be like, fuck that tower, nigga. Fuck that tower. Like, what you the fuck help me for, nigga? I don't need no fucking help.
Hey, man, I don't got pride like that no more. I get help now. You know what I mean? My
I'm
pride
gonna tell you what Striker does, yo. I'm like, damn, I'm about to put some turrets in a place that could defend the base. Striker gonna say, we don't need that there. Why we need to defend the base? Let me go fight a Giga with a bird.
Niggas supposed to be out getting resources.
I did.
The
I
last
got hella
time-
berries, yo.
The
Did
last
y'all
time
eat? Did y'all not eat?
Little berries.
This nigga said I got hella berries.
Wait, you talking about the berries where you got to eat 3,000 of them to do anything?
You know,
Yeah,
like
don't matter.
niggas can't
Chuck,
cook
Iowa.
meat. This nigga came back with hella berries.
I got some berries.
You see, the problem is when Striker stopped playing, he stopped playing, and his level kind of stayed at about. We only been at this game for 6 months, right? Because he don't play that shit no more. But you know, in his mind, he got that delusion of grandeur, so he's like on the same level of niggas that been playing it for years consistently. So when things don't go right, you know what I mean, he just panics, and you know, instead of doing something constructive like hitting the gym, you know.
On Arc?
Eating less. No, in life.
I'm like, oh shit, he got a gym?
And disappears. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is.
Oh, y'all niggas is hell. Okay, my God. I forgot this is a podcast. Moving on. We go talk about some fucking. Oh, wait. Elden Ring Night Ring drops May 30th. Let me just go over those real quick. The upcoming games. Among Us 3D. What the fuck is Among Us doing with a new game? What is that?
3D,
what is Among
man.
Us?
It's
3D,
basically
right? Like the VR shit.
I thought the
Yeah.
game was in 3D.
Nah, it's 2D top down before.
It's gonna be like first person.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
well,
gonna be like the game
yeah.
we play.
Protocol lockdown. Lockdown protocol.
Oh shit. Oh, they saw that genius game. They said we need that.
You know?
Oh, that's gonna be lit. Damn.
They done already stole you. It works. You see? That's why they do
Yeah,
it.
facts. Well, shit, Lockdown don't be sending out no updates. Shit.
Niggas
They
still playing
updates for
lockdown?
kids.
The same niggas play Lockdown, yeah.
The same niggas that playing lockdown playing.
Same
Rocket
niggas is
Blade.
playing the Rocker Blade Point, playing Lockdown.
Yes,
You
sir.
The same ones. Shit.
Same niggas.
That's dope. That's
The
dope.
same two chasing each other around. What out there?
It's gonna drop May 6th on a few days. I'm gonna have to. It's only on PC though, starting off. So I guess they bring that shit to fucking phones. That's gonna set it off again. It's gonna be a new fad for the next 6 months. They got like their own community. A lot of people still play Among Us, don't they?
I jumped on Among Us like about 2 weeks ago, bro. I ain't
I
gonna
mean,
lie.
it'd be lit. It'd be a bunch of liars in that bitch.
That's the
Well,
part.
I'm not
That's what it's made
It's
for.
the imposter, nigga. What? The fuck?
Gotta get you off quick.
Mhm.
Nigga, just cause I don't do one task, bro. Niggas think I'm the imposter, bro. I don't even be the imposter. For
I like, yeah.
Well,
you know.
technically, Ashley, in real life, you kind of are the imposter, bro. So maybe just
yeah,
give
but
up
I'm
that.
talking about the video game.
They
You
can
just
feel the
trying to have a
vibe.
good time.
They can feel the vibes.
Yeah, man, this nigga gonna snitch on us. Get him up out of here. Get him up out of here.
It's that energy you got, man. You walk up. You got OnlyFans? You know what I mean? So yeah, we
Hey.
That is a hell of a
They be
damn.
trying to act like they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Bitch, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. No, you got OnlyFans, motherfucker. You
Is that
How
lying.
you know?
You lying. We do got Switch 2 news though. The pre-orders went live obviously a week ago. Yeah, about a
Who
week
ordered
ago.
it? You got it?
Hell no. They lying though. They saying that pre-orders are sold out. Walmart, Target, all them said they pre-order sold out. That's a damn lie. I
How
don't
do
know
you
who
know?
got, because Nintendo pushed that agenda because because we got some insights because Ozaru he's got insights at like Best Buy and shit. And he was like, ain't nobody buying them motherfuckers. Them shit's still like fully stocked. So somebody lying.
they hyping that shit? It's like
They
you know
hyping
how
it up
they
so
have
people can buy it.
exactly. This is the line outside the club, but nobody's in the club. Shit, yo,
Right.
dirty tactic.
I mean, who pre-ordering a console? Never mind. Let me get that on later. Anyway, starting the price is $449.99. Not
Or
no,
what?
fuck that. That is bad. That's pretty bad. That's pretty
That's
bad.
expensive, bro.
That's expensive. It's like $399. Oh no, it's like $329 in Japan. We
But
get the
what does it
tariff prices.
kind of Switch does though? I still haven't figured that out. They
Yeah,
haven't convinced
exactly. Yeah, good
me.
question.
Damn.
Great question. Yes. That's all we're gonna say is yes. But you get the Mario Kart World Bundle with an upgraded price of $49.99. So $500 you get the Mario Kart World Bundle. If you want just to buy the Switch 2 and then buy the game, Mario Kart World starts at $79.99. So $80. That is the standard for Nintendo games that they're trying to push. We got accessories for the Switch 2 because you can't just buy the Switch 2. You need accessories. So let me price down accessories for the Switch 2. We got the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller for $85, $84.99. Okay.
Okay.
It's priced more than a fucking DualSense controller, which blows my mind because
Apparently they shit better.
apparently they shit
Absolutely.
better. So
They got the C button. Did you not see that?
I
Don't you
saw
gotta
the
pay
C
for that
button.
button?
You got to pay for that. Yes, you need a subscription for Nintendo online.
I mean, it's online.
use
Don't you
the
gotta
button.
pay for
That
PS
wallet.
Plus?
But you don't have to pay for
Oh.
PS Plus to use the controller.
But just think about it though. That was originally what started the split between Xbox and PlayStation players for real.
It
The fact that
was.
you had to pay for online services
Mm-hmm.
and the
Yes.
controller size, I guess.
Yes.
I
But-
made the controller size thing a bigger deal than it was for real.
Nintendo said something about because their Pro controller is
The
the
one that's
same as the
small.
old controller. It's just got the C button now, and then the battery's a little longer, or like double, right? And it can charge
I mean, it
faster.
also has back buttons,
And it's got back buttons, I guess. Yes, it has back.
so it's
buttons.
not the same.
And we
Well,
found
it's
one of the guys that bought it.
You mean paddles?
Yeah, look at him. He defended. I knew he was gonna defend this motherfucker. He defended that motherfucker. Look.
Hey,
the
man,
one that
I'm
There's
just
no
saying
way-
what everybody else is saying. You know,
There's no way
why
that-
can't I speak
Who's
for that other
everybody?
half?
There's no way that this controller needs to be priced more than a DualSense controller, DualSense 5 controller, because of it don't even have it's got basic features that we've had on controllers for a couple of decades now. So it's like, why is it priced so high? Anyway, I ain't gonna go there. Whatever. Joy-Con 2 pair. If you want two of the Joy-Cons for 2 pair of them, it's $94.99. I hope y'all got some bread if y'all want to buy this console. The charging grip is $40. The Joy-Con 2 strap, that's almost $15. It's $14.
So you don't need
Uh,
that.
Yeah, you're gonna need that because you're gonna drop that motherfucker. Then you're gonna break
Throw
it.
that
Then you're
bitch in
gonna
the
pay.
BB.
Yep. Then you're gonna pay another $95 just to get a new pair. So that's what they hoping though. A Joy-Con 2-wheel set is $25. Now the camera, because it comes with a camera. It don't come with a camera, but you can get a
Don't
camera.
come with a camera. You can't get
It
a
don't
camera.
come with a camera, but you can get a
The
camera.
Switch 2 camera.
$55.
Hell yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
God,
Remember the
720p.
Yeah, this is that.
Yep.
But yeah, $55.
Oh no, not really, because the Kinect had motion sensor and tracking.
Dude,
Exactly. So this is less than the Kinect. Sorry.
Damn,
Sorry.
PlayStation Move.
And PlayStation Move.
PlayStation what?
Move. Oh, and the dock set is $120. The carrying case and screen protector $40. The
Hey, hold on.
all-in-one
not
joint.
included?
Hey, hold on. You
You get a
glossed over
dock.
what
You get a
the
dock included.
you
I
glossed
think,
over
right?
what the you just completely passed over what the docking station could do.
4K, 60
The
frames
dock
a second.
Mm-hmm. Inbuilt fans.
It
This
sounds
comes
like
with
this
the
That
may
shit
be
console,
a
sound like
right?
an
DIY,
PS4 Pro
bro.
for real.
Sounds
This
like
comes
it
with the
built it
console,
yourself.
right? Well, see, they said though, but the Switch 2 is supposedly a slightly underpowered than the PS4. So, take what you want out of that.
Yeah,
PS4 Pro
not that
prices
much.
for slightly less power than a PS4.
For Nintendo games, though.
No, you can play Cyberpunk
Well, I'm just
in,
saying.
You can
You
play
can't play.
Cyberpunk.
in 23 frames per second.
It's pretty good.
You can't play Mario on
Pretty good.
PS4.
Who the fuck wants to play Mario on who wants to buy a PS4 and go, ooh, I
Hey
can't wait to
man,
play
I'm just
Mario.
saying.
That's like somebody saying I can't wait to play fucking Astrobot on my
Game of the
PlayStation
year.
Pro. Yeah, it was Game of the Year. You are correct.
Jesus Christ.
But
GG.
Nintendo didn't need a
Sorry.
second generation Switch to play Mario games. Mario games work perfectly fine on the Switch because it don't take much to power them. What people wanted this upgrade and expected this upgrade to do is to have third-party games on Nintendo, which they're pretty open about bringing to the Nintendo. They're advertising it like crazy, and then we're finding out, oh well, shit, we're gonna run them at like fucking 20 frames per second. So that's a wow, that's not really appealing to most. If you're gonna spend $500, you can put that towards,
Steam Deck.
yeah, I mean, honestly,
Exactly.
or a
It's
console.
unconscionable that the Switch 2 cannot do what a Steam Deck does, bro. That doesn't even logically make sense. Like, what are they doing? They need a slap.
You can play
Right
Donkey
across.
Kong.
Mario Party.
See, and
Mario
that's why
Party
they got so much
15.
success, bro. They holding all their licenses hostage, bro.
They
All of
really
their
are.
trademarks, everything. And it's like, if you want that, you gotta come here.
Maybe they'll finally make The Legend of Link.
They
4K,
might.
60 FPS.
Are you gonna play as Zelda in that game?
That would be crazy, right? Yeah.
The princess got to save health. Sound woke to me.
Sound woke to me.
Pressure. Yeah, that motherfucker-
But yeah, I think the Switch 2 is going to be very underwhelming. I think it's going to perform great for the Nintendo games, as do all Nintendo consoles. Support their games pretty well. They're very optimized, but that's what they're for. We
Craig,
want
did you
third-party games.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But then,
Oh,
what
shit.
happens to the regular Switch then? Like, are they gonna stop releasing games on a Switch? I doubt it, right?
Not yet, but I mean, the Switch 2 is backwards compatible, so I mean, you can pretty much play everything on your Switch 2. I think they redid
Yeah, but
the
which one's
Nintendo
going to
Store.
perform better?
That's a good question, because if you're talking about comparison with the Nintendo games, technically the Switch 2 performs better, but it's like, can you even notice it? Because they play flawlessly on Nintendo Switch already. They're so greatly optimized for it. Like I can boot up actually I can't boot up because my Nintendo Switch actually has the blue screen of death right now. So
okay.
convenient. So yeah,
Damn.
that was very convenient. It actually happened the day pre-orders went live.
I'm not
Okay.
turning off, bro. I gotta
Don't
wait for
turn
that.
your shit on. Don't turn your shit on. That shit, it popped into a blue screen. I'm like, what is this? I've never seen it. And it was like, yeah, basically your motherboard's fried. There's some solutions you can work out that'll maybe last a month and it'll go back to blue screen. I'm like, wow, that's fucking fantastic. Great.
So you
You
got to
do it
fix it every
again,
month.
like a free trial, or
No, I can't do that. I gotta go get a new Switch or invest in the Switch 2. And I'm like, wow,
This Switch 2, bro.
right? That's what they want me to do. Like, seems like your Switch is not working. You might as well get this one.
You would do it if it was an iPhone. You know what I mean? Why not?
The day they announced the new joint, all of a sudden my perfectly fine phone kept going into a reboot loop for no reason. Couldn't explain to me why. I didn't do anything but download the new update and ta-da.
That shit device is not compatible with this new iOS. Come buy this one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, we need to have a class action lawsuit against these janky ass tech companies, yo, because they know what they're doing.
Absolutely.
Well,
Every
Tyrone,
Well,
why, bro? Why y'all doing this to us?
money.
oh yeah, big facts. But the Nintendo games will work flawless on the Switch too, of course. I don't see no problem with that, obviously. Um it's just these third party games I'm just worried about. Like, but then again, the argument's gonna be made, well, who buys a Switch for third party games? You know? Like most of the people just want to play the new Mario Kart World or new Donkey Kong or new Legend of Zelda, whatever game or the new Pokemon, whatever the fuck they coming out with that.
That's why their
These years.
strategy is so weird to me because they're not going to alienate Switch players. I highly doubt that, yo. So it's almost like the first party Nintendo games are going to come to the regular Switch. Do I really
Yeah.
care about enhanced graphics on an already cartoony ass game? Which is
No.
99% of Mario. I mean, might as well be called
Exactly.
Mario. Nintendo's
You're not
library.
trying to see Peach's jiggle physics, bro. That's not what they.
Mm.
That's not what they're about.
Mm.
Oh, I have a website that got some nice
You know, we can talk about it.
Peach, bro.
Oh,
Happens to be
Mm.
third party. I can't say it out loud. I don't want them to get.
Shit, I'm still playing. I was still playing Super Mario Bros. On the fucking Switch, and that shit came out on the Wii, and yeah, it looks great. I don't know how much more you can do with the cartoon graphics that they have right now. Like, how much more can you do on that shit? You know, but docked 4K 60 frames on select titles that are first party. So, hey, that's gonna appease somebody. But I don't know. Switch 2 is coming June 5th for the release. Striker's gonna get it. He's gonna have a hands-on, real-world review for us on the podcast with it. What game are you excited to play, Striker? Since you're the biggest Nintendo fan here.
That Mario Kart, yo. A Mario Kart open world. You get to play with all kinds of people around the world and drive around with them. Not just racing anymore and getting hit with banana peels and shells. Now you can do it in an open world and traverse the Mario universe. It's gonna be what's the word? Game breaking. Damn,
shit.
that's crazy. Wow. Wow.
My bad. That sounds like what they were talking about when they, launched the Crew. I don't know if you remember that, but that shit flopped.
That shit flopped hard, yo.
Well, this one ain't gonna flop only because it's Mario. Anything with Mario's name on it is
Nintendo,
like
I mean,
fucking gold mine.
what has a Nintendo IP failed?
What have they done that's like outstanding though?
Nothing. They've never
Everything.
done anything outstanding. They've
Every
not.
single one of their
Everything's
games.
the same.
Paper Mario 2 was the best thing they dropped. Like, and they dropped a lot of title. And Paper Mario, mind you, the last game they made for it was during the Nintendo 64 days, back in the fucking during Freeze, like prehistoric era.
Damn.
Bro, literally, they sold up to Mario Kart 7 was the same game. Then Mario Kart 8 dropped, and it was just the same game but online and some more maps.
What's the mechanics of it? Like, it's the way how you race and drive around and the more text to it.
Hell yeah.
I guess so. Smash Bros, same shit. It's been the same game since the fucking early.
Hey man,
2000s.
it's the same reason why y'all niggas keep buying 2K.
Touche. Okay.
Hell yeah.
All right. Good argument. Okay.
Just saying though, you do acknowledge that 2K is mediocre in that regard.
You said that, not me. I don't
Hey,
think the
I'm
same
just saying,
about
that's what
Mario
you be saying.
Kart.
That's what you be saying. So I'm just making sure we got that correlation.
Okay, these new little Nintendo wheels look kind of small.
I felt bad about buying 2K every year until I realized that I was no longer spending my parents' money. And I was like, if it's my money, I can fucking blow it on 2K every
What
year.
the fuck you want to do with your
I
money?
mean, I didn't mind blowing my parents' money. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's that's okay. That's okay, man.
I'm sad as hell now.
Honestly, my favorite game on Nintendo was Nintendo Switch Sports. That's a banger. That's a fucking banger. But
Never heard of it.
I'm an oddball. It's just Wii Sports on the Switch, just updated. Got like fucking badminton and soccer and shit. Bowling, the classic. Everybody heard of Wii Sports, right? That was like the shit back in the day. 08 Wii Sports.
I mean, I remember playing bowling on that shit. If that's what you're referring to.
Yeah. That was the main thing people play. Nobody played nothing else. But I'm a tennis guy. But I like the shit like back when in the Wii days. I think the Wii was the best Nintendo console ever. I really do think so. It had all the dance games, had all the motion games, the movement games. I like that shit. That was kind of cool to me. Some of you actually had to get up and move. Then niggas start cheating and just moving the remote on the couch. Another story, but so that's why I appreciate the Switch because it was kind of like a hybrid. You can sit there and play the games, and also you can sit there and have a lot of movement games. But they've kind of really been declining over the last 8 years. So I mean, I don't know. That's my rant. But Switch 2, obviously coming out June 5th of this year. Pre-orders are live. Anybody else gonna get it? I know how really you get them just to have it sitting around, right?
Yeah,
For collection.
just collect it all.
Yeah. Have you even opened your Switch?
I've opened it. I haven't used it.
Cool. Send it to me because my shit broke.
This nigga's something else.
I'll send you mine and you can just put it in the box and shit, it'll just sit there.
This nigga's something else.
It's sitting there anyway.
Man, nigga, you better go check out with a firm and get a new one. Klarna or something.
Damn, nigga, it ain't that damn expensive. Fuck.
No, I'm fucking.
He called you broke.
God damn.
He said you broke.
Shit, you seen that that article, Jeremy? We both might be broke in a couple weeks.
No. Well, I want to some important end of the podcast. I want to get to this Last of Us season 2 discussion. I've been dying to talk about this because I got some shit to say about a lot of haters. This is some like grievances from season 1 too. Not about the show, but I don't know. Razor, Celtic, how do y'all feel about the Bella Ramsey hate and the Pedro Pascal hate since season 1?
Wait, they hating on Pedro too?
Bro, they're apparently like a lot of people in the community are hating on especially Bella Ramsey. They're like,
I
she
know
looks
about
nothing like
Bella.
Ellie. I
know
don't
about the
understand
Bella
that
one.
one. And Pedro, apparently.
Oh, they're hating on him because of his like support for trans. I think.
That might have something to do with it too, I guess.
Yeah, he showed up to like a showcase with a T-shirt that was like showing his support for trans, and like I think he has like a cousin or a daughter that's like trans or some shit like that.
Oh, I don't know what the fuck that has to do with the show.
Fuck.
You know how people correlate everything?
Yeah, you're right. Shit.
Yeah, but I've been seeing a lot of the Bella Ramsey one, and like, to be honest, like, I just think it's weird they're so obsessed with her looking exactly like the video game character, because how often does that ever happen, you know?
And why does
yeah,
it matter?
sometimes. And it really doesn't, because like the one thing I can say about Bella is like she embodies the character, she plays her well, you know?
So well, dude.
So it's just like I think one big difference is that in the game, Ellie's very expressive with her facial features, right? But you know, it's a video game. They're gonna do really detailed facial expressions, right? It's not really a thing that's one of those media translations that just gets lost when you're switching mediums. So like I get that because that does feel different, but like she really plays the character well, and so like I just think it's weird behind her just for not looking like Ellie when she's doing a pretty bang up job of being Ellie, you know.
Oh, that's a fact, man. And like honestly, some dude on TikTok was like, "Well, you know, in the game." No, she was like, they were saying like in the show, Bella is really she's portraying a really bratty Ellie in season 2, and she's very bitchy and this and that. And I'm like, well, obviously you didn't play the game because that's exactly how she was acting towards Joel in them. It's almost like bar for bar how she's acted in the game versus versus the show. Actually,
Yeah,
she's
but
a
I was
little bit
waiting
more
for the
featured.
bigot sandwich scene, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I was too. I was
Yeah.
too. I was
Hey,
kinda looking forward to it.
they made me like dude. I fuck
Bro,
with
I
Seth now.
swear. I
So like,
swear.
they did that better. I ain't gonna lie.
They
The show did Jackson better. Like I didn't feel a damn thing for Jackson when I played the game.
Oh no, I didn't give a fuck about
But
Jackson.
for the show, I
It
kind
feels
of
like
fuck
a
with Jackson.
community.
I have a little connection with him.
Yeah.
The show, so like, cause I kind of appreciated episode 3 because it was like completely all original. Even I remember that shit wasn't in the game. Wait, we not talking spoilers, or are we? Did you
Yeah,
say?
we can do spoilers. I mean,
Alright.
everybody watched the show. I mean, fucking played the game, so we all know the storyline.
True.
not
They
even
But, like,
remastered that bitch 5
yes.
times like it was GTA.
yeah,
They really
you know
did.
they just released a new version of her, bro. Like the collection or the complete or some shit for $50, bro.
Really?
Okay, yeah. Look it up. Hold on, I'm gonna
That
look
nigga
it
finna go buy it.
Yep. Really?
Really?
Smile on his
I was
face.
excited.
Hell
Let me
nah.
see.
For real?
Yeah, it's like a bundle with like the part
Okay.
1 and
Last of Us Part
like
2.
the complete. It's like
Oh,
called
The Last of Us Complete.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
what's
it
this?
goes.
Oh, what's
Man,
this?
he
Hell no.
discovered a gym, boy. Look at it.
Jug.
But you know,
A bundle that includes both The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2 remastered. It's available digitally and physical. Oh, it's only on PlayStation. Damn.
they really remastered the second one. That is some crazy work.
They
Who bought
did.
that? Who bought
Money,
that?
money.
Out yourself.
It was $5.
John, did you play it, or
Yeah.
did you just give him $5? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I played it.
Like how much did you play it though? Did you just open it?
You do a
I
whole
bought
new
it.
playthrough?
Well, y'all know I played it late, so it literally when the remaster dropped, it was like an upgrade at the time. They didn't. Did they do an upgrade? They did an upgrade. Then they did a remaster. I don't have the remaster. I have the upgrade. I bought the upgrade for $5. I don't know what's different with the remaster. I don't.
They got a few
Probably
more of
the
them
same
triangles in there. You know what I'm saying?
Probably.
You're
It's
gonna have
probably
to
low
play.
key the same shit. They just threw remaster on there because remaster's on the PC right now. It just dropped for PC for Last of Us 2 remaster, even though it didn't. Back to the show. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm fucking with the show. And I'm fucking with all the original shit they did, like the therapy scene from episode 1 with Joel being in therapy. That was really great scene, and I added a lot to the character. And I also love how the character's still staying true to their old
Did you
stubborn
like
ass
the
ways.
therapist's approach to him? Like when she was basically like, "Fuck you, Joel. I hate you, but I'm still fucking."
Oh
helping you."
yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and like she was being honest, and it caused it was like, now you have to be honest with me. It was like it was all in the end a therapist tactic. It was so big brain, bro. I didn't see it coming. It was insane.
I
Bro,
like that.
that's like drunk intelligence right there, bro. Sometimes that liquid courage get a little, but that shit was great. But like the one thing I can say that I don't fuck with so far, I hate how they gave us Abby's backstory immediately. I don't like that. I think it kind of ruins part of like the feelings you're supposed to express, because like it feels
They
like
did
they're
that in
trying
the
to
game
force
too,
us.
didn't they?
Yeah, but later on, the whole point of the game is that at first you're playing this chick, you don't know what you're doing, and then you run into Joel, and then that whole scene happens, and you're like, "What the fuck? I hate you. Why did I even let you, play?" Like you're disgusted that you played her, like literally.
Yeah.
But and then you learn later on why she did it,
Why
and if
she
you want
did
to
it,
have
yeah.
sympathy for it, then you can. But hey, you do you. But in the show, the fact that off rip they're like hinting this happened and they straight up tell us this, that, and the third, and that's why Joel got to die. They're like trying to force. If I feel like they're trying to force me to like her or feel sympathy for her early on, so I feel less bad about what she's gonna do.
I think that's what they're doing.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I didn't even realize that this time around because I thought I had forgot that you learned about her in the backstory, but you end up playing as her. Okay, so yeah, so they did do it kind of reverse. I don't know. I feel like they're appealing more to the audience who didn't play the game because there's a huge crowd that didn't play the game who's invested in this show. They don't know shit about the game, and they're really invested in the show. So I feel like maybe they did that to appease maybe that crowd.
But hear me out on this though.
Soften their
Like,
hearts.
just like how we reacted with the game, I've heard a lot of show watchers react the very same. They're like, "Yo, I'm not watching this anymore. I'm done with this
And they're gonna
bullshit." So it shows like, "Oh yeah, of course." But like the whole emotional outburst, it means the scene worked. It means you still had that same disgusting feeling. But like, So in that case, showing us backstory means fucking nothing, right? Because they didn't care either. So the show watchers didn't care. I didn't fucking care. Who
Yeah,
cares? You know,
that's true.
it's like I feel like I'm hoping. I don't know what I'm hoping for. I really don't know what I'm hoping for, but like I'm hoping for change just because I really didn't like the ending of The Last of Us Part 2. Right? It's one of the reasons I just feel so conflicted about it. I really hate how it ended. I think it's just kind of, it just doesn't do it for me. It's ruined. I get what they were trying to do, but I think they executed very poorly. So I'm hoping that they learn from that because, like, I think the whole Joel dying early on thing, I'm not even mad about that. I think that is a very bold move, and I support
Yeah,
games and media taking big ass steps forward like that and saying, "Hey, we can do change like this. Hey, we don't, this guy can die. We don't need him for the thing to go on." I
Yep.
think that's so bold, and I like it. But like the reason I hated it in Last Part 2 is just because of like the execution of it and like the fact that it doesn't come full circle, because like I ain't even gonna get that far, right? But like
well, we don't know yet if it comes full
yeah,
circle.
yeah, but here's the thing, yeah, that's why I'm hoping for change. I'm hoping they do something a little differently to either like I actually sympathize with Abby or something else. No, they changed the ending completely. I don't know yet, but
And see, the thing is with Abby, like I sympathize with Abby because of the only fact that, like, okay, if I was Abby, I'd do the same shit. But like you said, piss poor execution. I'm going okay. So this is reviews obviously based off the game because it's very similar anyway. But in the game, they gave us this character which was Abby, and they sat there and they made us play with her, and then you walk into the sea and you fucking kill Joel, right? And then you continue after that. You continue having these moments where you're playing as Abby, and it feels like now they're forcing you to sympathize with Abby. So I get what you're saying on that. I don't like that factor. I do love the fact that they killed Joel because, like you said, it is bold. It is a step that a lot of games, God of War, don't do, right? They don't like to kill off, their money makers, right? The breadwinners.
Mm.
Last of Us was very bold in the fact that they killed off a very lovable character very early on in the game. Same thing with the show, killed him off very quickly. I think because the show got greenlit for season 3 before, like, months before season 2's release date was even announced, and they said we're gonna get 4 seasons minimum. So that makes me think, how are they gonna close out this show, because this show is a very successful show. So now I'm thinking, because we already had teasers of Last of Us Part 3, right? Like Neil Druckmann, he already said that this is already in the works. Do you think we're going to get Last of Us Part 3 before season 4 of The Last of Us?
yeah. So you're assuming that season, it's like Last of Us Part 2 is not going to be just one season. You think that's going to be seasons 2 and 3?
See, that's why at the pacing right now that they're doing for the show, I'm assuming it's going to be 8 episodes, just like the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I think one,
It's been so long since
they
I
can
played the
do it.
game. I
Well,
can't
the game
even
was
like
stretched out
hold
because
my
it was the
time.
game.
Yeah, and also that shit
And I
was.
think
That shit was
they can
bad.
do it in 8 episodes. They've already fucking killed him. I mean, now we're just
Mm.
going on a quest with Ellie, getting revenge on her.
Ooh,
They can do
that
that.
friend group about to.
Oh yeah. Oh, thank you for
Hopefully.
saying that. That's another thing I appreciate more in the show than the game, right? Is her name Mel?
The
The
pregnant
Mel
one.
chick? Yeah, the pregnant one. I liked her reaction to Abby's actions a lot more than I did in the game. In the game, her group was kind of pissing me off because they were pissing me off more and striking more emotion from me because they were just like, they seemed like assholes too. But in the show, you can tell they were like hesitant, like, yo, like, we don't need to be fucking doing this. You don't need to be torturing this guy. Just, if you're gonna kill him and let's get the fuck out of here. And she's making them like watch her beat the shit out of Joel and break his leg and do all this crazy shit. And they're like, yo, like, we don't, that one dude fuck with it, but all the rest were like, yo, this is fucking weird. We don't really agree with that. So you can already see the tension in her friend group already off rip. Whereas in the game, that didn't come until like hours later, you know. And by that time, Ellie was already killing people and knocking them off. And so I think that's going to play a very large role in the ongoing episodes of this season. Now, I do think maybe part 2 will go through the season 2 and 3. I just I don't think they need 16 episodes to close out part 2 though. I can see them doing it in like 8 or 9. I don't think that should be a problem.
Mm.
Let me look up. Hold
So, I
on.
mean, so that's kind of tricky in that case, because like, what will be modeled after what? The show versus the game in terms of part 3.
Okay, so it's only gonna have 7 episodes.
Both. Really?
Yes.
So, so you think they're doing it in 7? We already got 3. So only got 4 more.
Yeah. So
I don't
if
think
it's
so.
only 7, I doubt they're gonna do all of it with this season.
Yeah, they won't then.
'Cause there's
Okay,
a
so
lot.
it says The Last of Us will probably run a total of 3 or 4 seasons, with the latter looking more likely. So they're already hinting at more than 4 seasons. I don't see this obviously going past a season 3 for part 2. It's not necessary. You'd just be dragging it out at that point. Some people are already assuming we're getting 5 to 7. So here's what I'm thinking. If we get 4 seasons, this is definitely going to go into part 3. Now, will they introduce the show first, then the game? Or will the game come first, then the show comes in? I don't know. We're already looking at a part 3. That's a 2026 release. If that, HBO's a little slower with their shit. That's a late 2026, maybe early 2026 release. Season 4 would be a 2027. I mean, we're reportedly getting part 3 around that time.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't it be crazy if it both came out at the same time? So
That'd be fucking crazy. It'd be fucking crazy. It'd be even crazier if they had if they moved it all the way into part 3, right? And the game's dropping, and then the show takes a completely different spin than the game does, and they have 2 different scenarios. Like, say they do 2 different storylines at the end from 2 different perspectives. That'll be a nice little spin too. I definitely see Neil doing something unique with this story though. I don't see him just copy and pasting the game.
Yeah. After what he done did to 2, I believe he'll do anything.
That is true. I believe he'll do anything.
Yeah.
That is true.
My way or the highway.
I
so
did.
You think,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so like you think like there'll be different stories, but they'll come to the same ending point.
I think the endings will be different.
Like alternate
2 different endings. Yeah, 2 different endings. I think I think part 2, what we're seeing now, will be copied, but I think part 3, leading up to part 3, they're gonna split, and it'll be 2 different perspectives on the endings. I think they'll both be fucking crazy, but I think we'll get 2 different directions.
You think Abby's gonna be a main character in part 3?
Yes, because of how they left it off. Like in part 3, we were left off where Abby.
Oh fuck, she's the new Joel with that kid.
Yeah, with the homie Levi.
Who? Abby don't got a kid.
Yeah, the scav.
Oh yeah, fuck. Abby with Levi.
Yeah.
The
little name.
Yeah. But see, where does Ellie play in that?
Ellie got it.
But we not about to do
Ellie got a whole family back at home.
Ellie got something to deal with.
No, remember they left. Remember?
But I'm saying once she going to look for them.
Tommy's alive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lost a leg. What'd he lose?
Nah, he lost some brain.
Nah,
function.
So he
alive though.
With a cane though. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Who beat the fuck out of him?
He got shot.
Got shot, right? Okay. Yeah.
I don't know, man. The show, the way we talk.
I just don't.
Oh shit, yeah.
But see, in the show, I can see them spinning Abby. And that's what I want to get back to. I can see them spinning Abby as she's gonna end up being likable in the show. Because we're already started so early on with her backstory. They already softened the blow. Like going in watching that, even though I played through the story already, going in watching it, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is a bitch. But one, look how they chose the way she looks. Her actress already looks appealing. Her actress looks very feminine, very soft.
Man, I wanted a buffet. I wanted Ronda Rousey. What's that, man?
Ronda Rousey.
I wanted something, but I ain't gonna lie. Like her muscles are damn near integral to her character, my nigga. Like she needs them.
That bitch strong.
Like, she got the gains for revenge. Those muscles were for killed.
Like no bullshit. When I first saw Abby in the game, I didn't know if that was a female or not.
I didn't either. I thought it was a dude. That bitch buff. That bitch buff, man. Like I called her Abby Ali before I even knew people were calling her that.
Bro, look, this is my more like mature years after I done played the game take on Abby, bro. Because I want to be fair. I think Abby, and I might have to replay the game at some point to really confirm this and go through that whole motion. But I feel like with myself specifically, the reason I really disliked all that is it was personal bias. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Joel and Ellie, they was deep in my heart.
Day one.
And that bitch tore that apart. So of course I hated her. Of course I hated her, and I wanted to hate. I jumped off the map with her. I let infected bite me. I did it all. You know, like and like
maybe if I die, they'll switch me back.
Yeah, but like looking back on it, because you were saying like I think Abby is likable in a sense. Just like the Joel thinks are one bad thing, and even that you know it's like even though I hate you and I'm against you, I know from your perspective it makes sense why you did it. This man murdered your father. This man murdered who was just a doctor trying to find a cure, and he murdered him.
And Joel did blow his muffin back, bro. No question.
But bro did pick up the scalpel like he wanted to do something though, so it was partly his fault. He ain't shoot the other nurses. They had the hands up. They were smart.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But like so, and then also the fact that like if you read the files, you know the thing wasn't guaranteed. They didn't try this before and failed. Like and bro wasn't even a real doctor before the apocalypse. He was a veterinarian. Like bro, like nah.
And see, that's where another thing is like the tension and the torn between the hate for Abby and the love for Joel, because it's like, damn, Abby, like you didn't even take the time to try and understand why he did it. But if somebody just killed my dad, would I even want to hear it?
That's the beauty of it, right? Because when you think about it from this point on with Ellie, do you think she ever stopped and thought about why Abby did it?
No, she
no.
Fuck.
All
she knows that. All. And that's the cycle.
All she knows is your name. Yeah. And so like that's why Abby's kind of likable, because at the end of it, Abby's the one to break the cycle, not Ellie. So like
that's true.
So she's the first one to do it, and she has all reason, because at that point Ellie then fucking damn near murked her family for a second time. So she had all reason to just end it then and there, but she chose not to, right? So like Abby is kind of like a likable character that grows and learns and even suffers again from the same fucking from the nigga's daughter now.
But then when you think about it, Lev, the little kid that she was with, that was a big part in her character development when it came to her like seeing it a different way. Like maybe I shouldn't be out here trying to get this revenge and killing people and shit like that. Because when she got with him and he told her his backstory about him coming from the scabs and shit like that, then that's when she realized she probably shouldn't be doing shit like that.
Yeah, so and that's why she knew Joel.
Is Lev a dude?
Lev was, see, I remember this because this was also sparking controversy.
It's gender male, but really birth name.
Yeah, so like he was, I think he was a she or whatever, but like because remember he was meant to be someone's like bride or something, you know, because they have the gender roles in that tribe, and he didn't want to do that. He wanted to be a warrior, so I think that's why he wanted to be a dude instead and went by Lev. So I don't know if they went too deep into it. I don't know if it's born female that identifies as male or what. But that's what I think it is. I think he born female identifies as male. That's what I think.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because I'm like, I think.
So it's really a she.
Yeah.
But,
she.
Yeah.
But. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's correct.
I want to see, man. Hey, if they do that little scene where bro got knocked out.
I know which one you're talking about, boy. Dog, he got the shit smacked out of him, boy.
Bro, they gotta do that scene.
Lev, bro. When he got damn near clotheslined into that garage door, bro.
Hey, it squared up with him. Oh, that shit funny.
They got done dirty, but yeah, I mean, in truth, Abby's character is likable. It's just they just did such a great job in making you hate her. You know,
yeah.
It kind of countered their whole thing. Like, I think ultimately, if they would have given the player the choice to kill her or not at the end, then obviously most people would have done it, right?
Yeah.
But having a player's actively choose to not kill her would have, really sewn the lesson in. It would have, because like only at that point did you really learn what the game is trying to tell you.
Yeah.
But
Especially if they did it like Telltale, where they show the results from the choices.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you see how
that'd
many,
be great.
and you see like
That'd be
one of like
great.
the fucking 2% that actually learned mercy.
Okay, now tell me if I'm tripping, right?
You're tripping. But go ahead.
The chick from season 2 in Abby's crew, the black chick, black ball chick.
Mm.
Don't she look similar to the girl in Intergalactic, the upcoming game?
Yeah.
Is that her?
I have no idea. I didn't even know. Well, I didn't think about Galactic. It's modeled after.
Let me look it up real quick.
So Tati Gabrielle as Jordan. Okay. It looked just.
Oh yeah, that's her.
That's her?
Yeah.
Do you think he did that on purpose?
But you.
Putting her in the game or putting her in the show?
Putting her in the show.
Maybe.
He had to do that on purpose. Okay, so yeah, so she plays.
It depends on how they do the scene, bruh. Because if you think about it, her scene with Ellie, they got the red lighting going on. Wasn't there red lighting going on Intergalactic with the swords and shit?
Yeah.
Hey,
did she die in the game?
Come on now. Miss Walk 'em Down? Yeah, no.
Damn, it's been a minute since I played that shit. Yeah, it says the actress who plays Nora is part of Abby's group is also playing the lead character in Naughty Dog's next game, The Heretic Prophet. Yeah, so I noticed that like off rip about her. I was like, yo, that's the girl in The Heretic Prophet. But
damn, you remember the name and everything?
Yeah, because I'm excited about the game. I think that game's gonna be great. But
I thought that shit was called Intergalactic on my own cap to you.
I don't know. That was just interesting that he casted her in this show as well. I don't know, but yeah, I think Abby's gonna be a lot more likable in the show than she was in the game. Just based off cast and preference. First and foremost, like she just looks more likable. They were saying that she looks a lot more like Ellie though.
She does.
Yeah, from the game. Let's see. Yeah, what's her name? Yeah, she looks a lot like Ellie from the game. But like I said, I'm not knocking Bella because Bella plays an amazing Ellie, you know. And from the looks of it, she's playing a pretty good Abby so far. She's just not.
I think I saw something online to where like she was supposed to be the original Ellie, but like it took so long that like she got older to where she couldn't play the younger Ellie.
Damn.
Really?
Imagine losing your role to age, time. You're hired, and you come back a few years later. Oof, never mind.
Wasn't that the case with like that Wednesday thing too, though? Because like she was friends with that young boy or whatever, and then the next season they recorded, the nigga had grew like 6 inches, so it was kind of weird.
Oh yeah, I saw stuff about that too.
Yeah, that's probably the hardest part about like having child actors.
Yeah,
puberty.
Hey, but Joel went out like a G in the show. At the least. So, well, I don't like. I mean, man, I think me and you were texting about that. She stabbed my man's in the neck, bro. That was. I think that's a better death than getting smashed in the head by. I
was gonna say it's a lot cleaner than what she did in the game.
Oh yeah,
but I think that she did. I think that she did it a nasty way. That's like to really set home that she wanted them gone in the nastiest way. It was about torture. It was about the pain.
Yeah, that shit hit me. That shit still hit me though. She stuck him in the neck. That was like, oh, that was disrespectful. But better than a golf club to the face, I guess. I don't know. It's gonna be a roller coaster. I don't know. Obviously, if it's only 7 episodes, they're not gonna finish this in 7 episodes. So it's gonna go on to season 3. How do you think it's gonna end though? What's episode 7 gonna look like? What part of the game?
Episode 7. Episode 7, like if you going off of the game, I feel like they'll cut it. Like, y'all know when they had that the little switch back to Abby when they was back in that football
yeah, it
stadium.
makes
The
too
halfway
much
point.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we go see the 3 days in Seattle as Ellie, and then it cuts off when we go back and experience those 3 days as Abby.
Yeah.
And then what if season 4 is just like kind of like the cumulative event of after that? Because we played as Ellie, then Abby, and then we had that part where they finally leads up to the final showdown between them. Think they'll do a whole season on that?
Well, no, you think about it, they have 2 fights. They have the fight in the movie theater, then the fight at that like in the water.
Yeah.
Shit. They might stretch this to season 4 then.
They might. I just think about it. Shit. What did last week's episode? What was that like, Razor? What went on in last week's episode? Was that Ellie's
last week's
perspective?
episode was it's still Ellie's perspective. I'm saying last week's episode was added a lot of new shit. Like the whole so it wasn't just Ellie going off to avenge Joel. It was like the town having a council meeting about it and them hearing people out on whether or not they should send a team to go avenge Joel. Having a vote on it. So that whole situation happened. And then, of course, later on, you see Ellie setting off to go. And you just see, just them traveling a bit. She visits his grave. Which I think is also a new scene, right? We didn't do that before, did we?
No.
I can't remember. Okay, yeah.
No.
So, it's not... So the plot, it moved forward. It moves forward pretty slowly. Kind of lets us, kind of lets you seep in the emotions of what happened with Joel and stuff. And she's still a big part of episode 3, even though you never see him.
I guess we can really see by episode 4 and 5, we're gonna really see the tone of how the next season is gonna play out, which would be very interesting because they could very much stretch this till season 4, and then if they have. Depending on the success of season 4, they want to stretch it out more seasons, which I probably think they will. That will lead us to part 3. And part 3 should be coming out by then. And then we'll see. But if it's... I don't know. That's interesting, man. I kind of want them to play part 3 on the show before the game, honestly. I would kind of like to see that. I would kind of like to see the show version come out before the game. Because the game can go into greater detail on a lot of the stuff. On more stuff than the show can. Just because, a video game, you can have more time in it. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'm going to probably go watch the new episode tonight.
What can I say, though? Those strong emotions means they did their thing.
Hey, yeah, they doing their thing. We got the same reaction. People talking about, I'm not going to watch this shit no more, this and that. And they still watching it. Still breaking records, so, that's good. But that's good, though. I like when shows do that and games do that. They provoke that emotion, that strong emotion. So, it's how you know they're doing their job. What would you like them to do differently, though, in the show?
Well, that's a pretty good question. Let me think about it for a second. Nah, I was thinking maybe some of the flashbacks. Maybe they could change some of the scenes because the scenes themselves weren't that integral. But nah, the museum one's pretty fucking great. And there was one other one, right? I can't remember it, but. I just because I kind of felt like I got left off with a cliffhanger with the fact that the therapist accidentally snitched on Joel admitting what he did, because she wouldn't catch that, but only Ellie knew what that meant. But that just pretty much just told Ellie the truth, and I'm wondering how that's gonna play out because she didn't express anything after it. She just walked away or whatever. But in the game, I remember like you find out that she knew through a flashback, like or something like that. I can't remember how we found out that she knew in
Uh,
the game.
if I remember right, I think it was a flashback of her and Joel on the porch together, or
Mm.
I think it was that scene of them on the porch talking. It was like a flashback of them back in Jackson, and they was on his porch talking to each other. I think that
Mm.
was the conversation. I can't remember.
Yeah, but like I'm just trying to remember exactly how she found out because like with how she reacted when the therapist told her what Joel said, it kind of looked like she found out for the first time. You know what I'm saying? That kind of
But in the
expression.
game, she didn't remember. I don't think she directly found out. I don't
That's
think
what I'm
Joe.
saying.
I think it was just kind of like they both. As she got older, she started. She just knew, like she felt something was up. I think that's how it played out in the game, because he never directly told her,
Yeah,
and that's when she became a bit disgruntled with him, over the scene before his death, and she caught like major attitudes with him and all that jazz. But I don't think they ever had a conversation where he was like, "Oh yeah, I killed the Fireflies. They were gonna kill you. They wanted your cure." But then again, no, they had to because remember in the game she was arguing like that was my fucking choice. This isn't that.
that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like we get revealed that she found out in a flashback at some point, but I just can't remember jack shit about the flashback. But like I think she knew for a fact. But in the show, it just seems like she just kind of found out. But it was still the same thing, like you said, where like she kind of always knew, but no evidence, no hard proof. She just kind of like felt that's what happened. Like you get that same vibe here, but I'm just kind of like wondering if this is like her first concrete piece of evidence. Besides, we really got to see how it played out in the game for real to get this concise. 'Cause I can't remember. It's been so long. But
Okay,
I'm interested in changing the flashbacks or like I kind of want to see if they bother to kind of close out and give us closure with that little storyline. If we ever get to see some scene of her either forgiving him for what she did for what he did, or like some flashback of like them having a conversation, something like that. I like to see that. Other than that, I can't think of anything I'd want directly change for the show. Maybe just because it's a show instead of a video game, they can swap back and forth between their perspectives instead of doing the whole 3 day straight thing, right? Because different mediums you can do different things.
hmm
So they can play around with that, maybe. And we have those moments where we're like, oh, this is happening while Ellie's doing this type thing. But I'm hoping for too much major changes besides hoping that they change like maybe the ending in a way. Because, like, in truth, I really just hate the fact that, like, Ellie goes back for vengeance again and still fucking,
Yeah,
and yeah, loses and decides, oh, I'm not gonna do this no more. Like, you went back for the second time. What do you mean you don't want to do this anymore? That's kind of you chose this again.
that's
But
true. Okay, I'm looking at a video. Joel admitted to. I think she. Okay, so she kind of. What happened was she started to. I'll drop it in gaming real quick. The gaming channel. She started to catch on piece by piece because remember at the end of Last of Us Part One, when he said, "Turns out there's a bunch of people like you and they didn't need you," blah 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 blah, and she like was skeptical of it, but at that point she was like, "Okay, yeah, maybe that is true." Over time, she started picking up hints and this and that, and she confronted him about it, and he finally revealed it to her, and then she was basically like, "Yo, how could you?" He's like, "Don't fucking touch me. We're done." And then it kicks off from there. So they did have a conversation about it where she confirmed it.
mhm. So hey, I can't remember if she ever. I believe she forgave him. It just kind of like makes sense to me that she would. I hope it be
Okay,
Yeah.
something
so
like that.
yeah, I think the scene that I'm talking about is her forgiving him.
Mm.
Them on the porch together. I think that was their little heartfelt moment, like right before this shit happened with him, like with Abby and everything.
Did it happen in the game?
Yeah,
It
yeah, that
happened in the
happened.
game.
That happened in the game.
Okay, damn. I
One
don't even
thing
remember
though,
that.
now that I'm thinking about show changes, because I remember one thing they changed from video game to show is they changed how the disease works and it doesn't spread through spores because it didn't want their actors wearing gas masks all the time, right?
Nice.
But
Oh yeah.
in part 2, the whole gas mask thing is how like a lot of people find out Ellie is immune because she doesn't
Because
fucking
she don't
eat
have to
one.
wear it. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I wonder how they're gonna do that because specifically with old homegirl and heretic prophet Miss, right? That's how she finds out that that's Ellie. Because in the
Oh
final
yeah.
moment she's like, "Oh shit, you don't need a mask. You were the one that he was trying to save." And then that's when she pieces together that
Well, they could
who Ellie is.
easily,
Yeah.
just because she just got bit recently. Maybe Dina finds that or some shit, finds her bite mark or something. You know,
Well,
it's
yeah,
just
but
kind of
like
like
for
her
every
old
character,
friend.
every character that finds out that has to happen again and again.
True.
But I did like because I liked how she got bitten first episode. And it was just a matter of, oh yeah, nah, nothing happened. Just hiding it and then like make it into a scar so people don't see it's a bite wound. Like, I think that's dope. But just like I wonder how they're gonna like tell because like I don't remember how Dina found out. I imagine Dina did find out. I
Dina
don't. I want to say it
Dina
was through a
found out
gas
through the
mask too,
gas
right?
mask too.
Yeah, see, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. So at least 2 people finds out through the gas mask. So they got to find a way to share Ellie immunity other than that. If they're not gonna, because they don't have the spore thing.
I think what really added to the emotional depth of the series as well was just seeing because Bella Ramsey she did portray her a little bit more bitchy in the with a little bit more attitude in the show, which really kind of pushed more emotion on you of like, damn, like she's being a total cunt to Joel, and we know what's coming, and then it happens, and then you can instantly feel regret in Ellie's mindset, in Ellie's mind. Like she's like, fuck, like I just treated this man like shit. I just pushed him away for all this time, and he just died in front of me, and that was it. And like you can really tell that shit's gonna eat at her through the rest of the series. So I like that part. I like the amount of emotion in her passion for this character that she's bringing because it's really going to tie into a lot of the pain that she suffers throughout the rest of the season and ongoing seasons too.
They kind of hinted at that when she was asking asking Jesse where Joel, like why Joel left already when they was gonna go out for their patrol that morning. Because she wanted to go with him.
Yeah.
And speaking of Dina, thinking about it, bro. Okay, just because I find this kind of funny. Like the show Dina, she doesn't really look like in-game Dina neither.
No,
but
she
like, no one has a problem with it because she
only
is
Bella,
more
bro.
beautiful within the in-game version.
It's because
of
Bella ain't pretty.
I was thinking about it. I was like, bro. I was like, when like I found out who she was when they said her name, I was like, oh, okay, I can see it. I was like, I can see it, but I was like, yeah.
Yeah, nah. In-game Dina had that fat ass nose on.
No, but like, and it's also weird because in-game Dina was modeled after a real person who was looked just like her. I don't know if she's not an actor or maybe if this is the whole AIDS thing. Maybe again, I don't know. But
it's because Bella Ramsey looked like a stud, bro. That's exactly why the reason it is. She looked like a stud. Shit, I think she is a stud, and
she be rocking.
They don't like that.
I ain't gonna get.
She do be rocking them
She
suits,
got-
but
she got
she's
the-
a
she got that
phenomenal
Taylor.
actress. Like she was
She is.
phenomenal in Game of Thrones. She's phenomenal in The Last of Us. She's a phenomenal actress, and it's just people. I don't know. Like a lot of them, they bitch about it. They still watch it. I don't know.
I've seen enough, but
These
pretty
people-
great.
these
But
people
the thing
annoy me.
is like,
Who's Bella
would you
Ramsey?
rather have
Ellie.
a actor that like looks like that person, but the acting is
never
like
mind.
subpar or whatever, or somebody that doesn't look like them and that can act their ass off?
Doesn't and it can act the ass off because I'll be
Why is
very
her
pissed.
forehead so fucking big?
It's big. She ain't a good looker, but she can play that part. She plays that part. She plays her ass off.
But like at the same time, play devil's advocate. I understand the frustration because like when you're getting an adaptation of something you love, you want as many things as possible to be 1-to-1, and one of the most important aspects of that is the looks of the characters. Yeah, like people really want they want the best look. Like people even do it before movies come out. They're like, "Yo, this is what real actor would play this character." It's like I understand the frustration, but I think like just the hate is over fucking doing it. Like because he's playing the character well. I think give the person a chance.
But then the only people complaining about it are the people that's played the games, and it's like the crowd who hasn't played the games, they don't care because one, they don't know.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's like they're like, oh well, she's playing a phenomenal character. Like Yeah, she's acting her ass off with this character. It's like 1 for 1, almost a little bit better. But the people who play the games, these gamers are like, oh my god, this is so off. She doesn't look exactly like Ellie. What the fuck is this? Watch the show, bro. Damn, like if you want to go see original Ellie, go play the game. Ain't nothing to stop you from playing the game. Go play the game. You can look at her all day if you want to. Go do that. Watch the show. Admire her skills of being an actress. Pedro don't look like Joel. Ain't nobody complaining.
I just need the beard. That's enough.
Oh, but Abby called him handsome, so I guess it's okay. Like, what the fuck?
That was weird, bro.
That shit was. She was like, well, you are handsome though. I'm like, oh, well, that's gonna hurt more when you fucking shoot his kneecap off, bitch.
She says that and then proceeds to fuck up his handsome face.
I think that shit might have been a point.
Yep. Makes it, something to lose.
Hey.
Nice.
But yeah, she not the best looker, but phenomenal actress, man. I like her skills.
That's dope. Yeah, no, I'm good.
But yeah, she was I liked her in Game of Thrones too, because she was you remember her in Game of Thrones, Razor?
Oh yeah. She was like the countess, or she was like the highest ranking member of whatever like place she was from. So she was in charge.
All 100 of them.
Yeah, and she was a dog. Think about that action.
The Mormon. Yeah. Hey, she died like a G too. She died like a fucking G. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I got big hopes for the show. So far, I'm liking it. I'm loving it. It's a good show. I feel like it's done a pretty good job for the comparison for the game. Season 2 is pretty good so far. I like it a lot. RIP Joel. Pedro, you did a great job. But we knew that time was coming. You
looking forward to the next season of Shogun?
I actually thought about that yesterday when we were all talking. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Shogun. When is that dropping?
They released an article about it.
That Shogun is fire. Oh my goodness. Season 2 production begins in January 20. The fuck?
Yeah.
Y'all a little behind, huh? We're gonna forget about y'all in a minute. Damn.
And then I think they only confirmed like 3 actors from the last season. I think.
Well, a lot of them did die.
Yeah.
That's okay. As long as the main Japanese dude there and the white man there, I think we Gucci. There was some real ones. Yeah, show us. That mean, damn, what we gonna get in 2027, late 2026? Production begins in 20. So when GTA drops, oh god. Yeah, Shogun's fire, man. That's a good show. Outstanding. But that's all I got. If y'all got anything else to add. We've been at it for a while, shit.
Oh, yeah, good conversation.
Great conversation. It's been great today. Well, if you've made it this far in this week's episode, all we ask is that you spread the love by sharing the podcast with a friend. While you're there, go ahead and drop us a 5-star rating on your favorite platform because it really helps us reach more listeners. And as always, we want to thank you for tuning in. And we will catch you either next week or next month, depending on when we upload it. But yeah, peace.